Yo, what is up? Is this the future of esports for World of Tanks? You are looking at a 3v3 tournament organized by Wargaming Japan. If you're here for the first time, consider subscribing and giving this video a like. This is the best way you can help support my channel. Like I was saying, Wargaming Japan organized a 3v3 tournament. You went through qualifications and then brackets where you played best of 3. In the semi-final, you played best of 5. In the final, you played best of 7. These are the prizes. Now, as far as I know, everybody got a t-shirt. Some of them got some HyperX headsets, keyboards and mice, and as far as I know, the first place guy got $1,000 each, and the second place guy got $800 each, if I'm not mistaken. Now, what do you think of the prizes? Now, if you think that that's really good, you think that could happen in your server, in your territory, leave a comment in the comment section below, because let Wargaming know you want this tournament as well. You want these kind of events organized for you guys as well. Not bad prizes, to be honest with you. $1,000 is really good for players. Now we're gonna jump into the action right now. We're watching a post-game replay analysis from one of the presenters. Now there are 3 presenters. I think 2 guys, you call them shout callers or shout casters or whatever, and then the third guy is like a, you know, the replay analysis guy, and you're listening to him now doing a playback and then a play-by-play, and he's thrown in some scribbling on the screen as well. There is a player's perspective on the bottom left of the screen. This is a 3v3 tournament, and what's slightly different about 3v3 tournaments is this is actually a tier 9 tournament, and it's held over 2 days, this tournament. I don't know about the qualifications. I suppose they could have done the qualifications over a period of time, and then for the last 2 days they would call it the grand final, which was held over the weekend on Saturdays and Sunday. This is the second day, which is the final day, and you are watching the last 2 teams in the finals. Now, in between the games, they cut to the studio, and then the replay guy does the instant replay, and here's the replay guy. We were in the same clan together. Actually, all of us were in the same clan together. In fact, this tournament is probably organized by everybody in the same clan. Now, we are watching them doing the tank pick right now, and what happens is each team gets to ban 2 tanks for the enemy team. So, and that's what they're going through right now. They've banned, the left team has banned the Skoda T50 for the right team, and the right team has banned the RU251 and the T49 for the left team. So the problem about going through these tournaments and having play-by-play, and you're having presenters in the tournament mode, is you're gonna have a lot of time preparing for the tournament, like people picking the tanks. And if you're used to watching Wargaming League in the past, it's the same thing, basically the same thing. A lot of time is being spent inside the garage, where you need to pick out the tanks, make sure that everybody's following the rules, make sure that everything is moving slowly and meticulously and accurately before you actually get into the gameplay. Now, the gameplay typically lasts 3 minutes, 5 minutes max. Very fast gameplay, but in between the gameplay, there is all this stuff that goes behind the scenes. Everybody preparing their tanks, preparing their lineup. And then you need to have these presenters here to keep the entertainment flowing. They need to give their opinions, share their thoughts. They need to keep this interesting, an engagement for the viewer. Now, I wasn't a big supporter of these tournaments because I always found them to be rather boring, a lot of talking, not a lot of action. But I decided to give this a chance because this was up on Twitch live, and I recorded this from Twitch, so I decided to give it a chance and have a watch. Now, I don't speak Japanese, but these guys are doing an incredible job being entertaining. Even I don't speak Japanese, I can, I'm engrossed and I'm watching and I want to know what's going on. Even if you look at the gameplay as it started now, this is attack defense kind of map where you have two cap circles, but you can see there's a red square right on the map. So they're playing by different rules here, and this is kind of like a mod they've incorporated into this tournament game mode. Basically, everybody needs to be in this square in order to start the game rolling. Now, everybody needs to get into the square before the square turns from red to green, and once it's green, and then it goes down a countdown, and once the countdown is done, they rush to the middle and they start fighting each other. They also go through each tank, and you can see all the equipment that they are using. You can see the T-54 here is using the turbocharger and a hardener and a gun rammer, so you can see exactly what equipment that they are using. It is really interesting. I found that they're trying their best to make the gameplay go quickly as possible. As you can see, they've made the map even smaller than what it is now. The cliff map, this is a cliff map, it's not cliff, right? It is cliff. The cliff map is already small, but they've made it even smaller. Play is restricted to the green zone. They have to play within that zone, and because it's a 3v3, you don't need to follow. Remember in WGL where you need to follow 7 guys from each team? It was so confusing, very hard to keep up with all the micro fighting that was going on all over the map. Now with a tournament format like this, restricted to 3 on each side, everybody is going to be very close by, and it is a lot more easier to digest because you can basically, with one camera flying around with the free cam, you can see all the action that's going on, which is what you're going to get out of this tournament format. You're going to watch the cameraman, basically just one fly cam flying around, and he is right smack in between the 6 guys and watching all the action go on. So I found that this format is really good, and I'm wondering, is this the future of esports? Is this an example of how wargaming can make this kind of game format, this kind of tournament format, make it interesting, make it easy to digest, and make it universal on all the servers? Maybe NA will have their own tournament like this going on, 3v3. Maybe RU could follow suit, maybe EU could have that. Maybe this tournament could be expanded out of Japan. Right now this tournament is only exclusive to Japanese players on the APAC region. Now APAC is huge. We have Vietnamese, Malaysians, Indonesians, Australians, New Zealanders, but this tournament is restricted to only Japanese. That is why you only hear the Japanese commentary. So here you go. This is what it looks like. There is a fly camera going around. On the bottom left, you can see the player's camera, but basically the fly camera will give you a good indication of what's going around the map, who is spotted, who is not, how they are ganging up on each other. You can see the 2 purple tanks ganging up on the green tank, and these 2 green tanks are ganging up on the purple tank or the AMX 30. Very easy to follow, very easy to digest. Just one fly camera following around 6 tanks. I really dig this format, and to be honest with you, it has been rather successful because I noticed that there were more than 1,000 viewers at all times on the Twitch channel. So I feel like this is really interesting, and because they're playing tier 9s, it means that they are incorporating other tiers on competitive formats instead of the usual tier 8s or the usual tier 10s, which are very common on the tournament format. And here you go, after the match is over, then you get the instant replay, and then the instant replay guy comes on, and he takes over and gives you a breakdown of what happens, and he'll pause it, he'll draw on it, he'll explain. I can imagine someone like Daki doing this. I can imagine someone like maybe Skill for LTU running an operation like this. It would be quite fun for the community. It could grow the eSports scene for this, for World of Tanks, I can see this being a very positive thing. Now, the funny thing is there are 6 players playing this tournament. 3 guys on the left team, 3 guys on the right team, and there are 3 guys that are basically the providing the commentary, right? But all 9 guys here, all except 1 guy, are actually in the same clan. Yes, they are all from the same clan. Now, the 3 guys that you see in the studio, they didn't work for Wargaming in the past. We were in the same clan together for about 2 years. I played with them a lot. A lot of them are good players. In fact, the guy that's doing the replay now, he's a fantastic caller and very experienced. They didn't start off as Wargaming employees. They're just regular players like you and me, but they are so interested in the game. They got into officer positions in the clan. They are combat officers. They are personnel. They are callers. They got to know the game very well. And then they slowly started working with Wargaming to organizing community tournaments, and eventually grew the community tournaments into this, culminating into this event, which is like a huge event sponsored by, Web Money, sponsored by HyperX, and a lot of people. So congratulations to Wargaming Japan for pulling this off. These guys from the same clan, I mean, you could see this happening for a clan like Fame, right? Because Fame, they've got the people, they've got the knowledge, they've got the experience, they have the passion. They just need a couple of guys, like 3 guys like this guy, these 3 guys in the studio. These 3 guys were in a clan before they joined Wargaming. So it could be 3 guys from Fame. It could be 3 guys from Bulba who make this happen for their server, who make this happen for their community, who could help grow the game and get paid at the same time to run the tournaments like this. Tell me what you think about this game format. Did you watch this on Twitch? Would you support this kind of activities going on in your server? Wouldn't you like to see tournaments and prizes being given out by Wargaming, and making this, maybe making esports kind of like a staple in our game? Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a like. I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.